Dear students, in this video we'll deal with peptides and peptide bond and also with proteins and polypeptides. Now let's see first what are peptides. Peptides are the compounds formed by the condensation of two or more same or different alpha amino acids. We have already discussed the structure of amino acids, and when these amino acids condense together, they are formed the compounds called as peptides. If two amino acids condense together, it is called dipeptide. If three amino acids condense together, it is called tripeptide. And if many amino acids combine together or condense together, it is called as polypeptide. Now let's see how these polypeptides or dipeptides and tripeptides are formed. When two alpha amino acids, you can see here I have taken two alpha amino acids, drawn the general structure. When they combine together, the amino group of one alpha amino acid and carboxyl group of another amino acid, they condense together or combine together with the removal of a water molecule. As you can see here, one H is removed from amino group and one OH group is removed from carboxyl group. And water is removed, leading to the formation of a new bond that is called as CONH, also called as peptide bond or peptide linkage, and results in the combination of two alpha amino acids forming a dipeptide. Now in this dipeptide, you can see at one end there is a free amino group and at other end there is a free carboxyl group. Both are free to condense with any other amino acid and on either side, and they may condense together to form a tripeptide. And similarly, tripeptide will also have a free amino group and a free carboxyl group at the other end. Therefore, in this way, the process will continue to any desired extent, and large number of amino acid molecules may condense together to form a polypeptide chain. Now, because of this process of the formation, polypeptides are defined as polypeptides are therefore known as polyamides containing a free amino group at one end and a free carboxyl group at the other end. Now, according to the convention, the polypeptide chain should be such that amino group should always be on the left hand side of the polypeptide chain and carboxyl group should always be on the right hand side of the polypeptide chain. Amino group, the carbon atom to which amino group is attached, is called C-terminal carbon. N-terminal carbon, and the carbon to which carboxyl group is attached is called C-terminal carbon. Some biologically important peptides are oxytocin, which is a nanopeptide secreted by the posterior lobe of pituitary gland. Vasopressin or antidiuretic hormone is again a nanopeptide secreted by posterior lobe of pituitary gland. Angiotensin is an octapeptide found in the blood plasma of the persons having high blood pressure. Next we come to proteins and polypeptides. Now these longer polymers in which many amino acids are linked together are called polypeptides, but a relatively shorter peptide is called oligopeptides. Although there is no major difference between proteins and polypeptides, but you can define proteins as polypeptides having 100 or more alpha amino acids linked together, and if the polypeptides are having molar mass more than 10,000 units, then they are termed as proteins. So this is a slight difference. You can differentiate the proteins and polypeptides on the basis of the amino acid numbers and their relative molecular mass. Now proteins, as you all know, are the constituents of the living cells and protoplasm and are the basic building blocks of the tissues of animals and plants, but neither animals nor plants can directly take nitrogen from the atmosphere and convert it into proteins. So animals depend on plants for nitrogen and plants depend on nitrates, which are formed by the action of nitrogen fixing bacteria. And these proteins, they are hydrolyzed in gastrointestinal tract to amino acids, which are therefore absorbed by the blood and carried to the tissues, where they are synthesized into different proteins characteristic of that particular tissue. So animals and plants, both animal depends on plants and plant depends on the nitrates for the nitrogen content, which in turn forms amino acids, and amino acids in turn form proteins, which are the building blocks of animals and plants.